Out here in the wilds of northern Vietnam, in the Gulf of Tonkin, you'll find a place that feels like it's straight out of a legend. This is Ha Long Bay. The name itself, Ha Long, translates to descending dragon. Local tales speak of a time when Vietnam had to defend against invaders. The gods sent a family of dragons to help. These mighty creatures spat out jewels and jade, which turned into the thousands of islands and islets you see today, dotting the bay like a scattered fortress. These natural walls stopped the enemy ships dead in their tracks, and the dragons, having fallen in love with this peaceful place, decided to stay. It's a powerful story, one that really captures the raw, mystical energy you feel the moment you arrive. The sheer scale of Ha Long Bay is staggering. We're talking about an area of over 1,500 square kilometers, packed with nearly 2,000 limestone karsts and islands. Each one is unique, sculpted by millennia of wind and water into incredible shapes. Some look like fighting roosters, others like old men fishing. Your imagination can just run wild here, seeing faces and figures in the ancient rock. It's a maze of emerald waters and towering stone giants, a landscape that humbles you and reminds you of nature's incredible power to create something so vast and so intricate. It's a true survivor's paradise, offering endless coves and hidden corners to explore. Getting out on the water is the only way to truly grasp the bay's magnitude. A traditional junk boat becomes your lifeline, your base camp for navigating this labyrinth. As you glide through the calm waters, the silence is broken only by the gentle lapping of waves against the hull and the distant call of a sea eagle. The air is thick with the smell of salt and damp earth. Every turn reveals a new vista, another cluster of towering cliffs that seem to rise vertically from the sea. This isn't just a pretty view. It's a dynamic environment that has tested and shaped life here for centuries, both human and animal. This place isn't just about the legends, it's about the raw, untamed beauty that inspired them. The islands are not barren rocks, they are draped in thick green jungle, clinging tenaciously to the cliff faces. It's a testament to the resilience of life, finding a foothold in the most unlikely of places. The contrast between the emerald green of the vegetation, the deep turquoise of the water, and the gray, weathered limestone is a sight that honestly burns itself into your memory. Ha Long Bay is more than just a destination. It's an experience that connects you to the ancient pulse of the planet, a world where myth and reality merge into one. The dramatic landscape of Ha Long Bay wasn't formed overnight. This is the result of 500 million years of geological processes, a slow, powerful story written in stone. It all started as a deep, ancient sea. Over millions of years, layers of shells and marine creatures accumulated on the seabed, compressing into a thick bed of limestone. Then, tectonic forces pushed this massive limestone block up from the depths. This set the stage for the next phase of creation erosion. For the last 20 million years, the tropical climate, with its heavy rainfall and relentless sun, has been slowly dissolving and carving the stone, creating the iconic karst towers we see today. But the real magic of Ha Long Bay is not just what you see on the surface. Hidden within these limestone giants is a secret world of caves and grottos. Exploring these is like venturing into the Earth's core. Thien Cung Cave, or the Heavenly Palace, is a massive cavern filled with stalactites and stalagmites that look like mythical figures and celestial scenes, all naturally formed. Dao Go Cave, the cave of wooden stakes, holds a different kind of history. It's said to be where a Vietnamese general hid the sharp wooden stakes used to defeat an invading Mongol fleet in the 13th century. These caves are not just geological marvels, they are cathedrals of stone, holding secrets of the past. The formation process was also heavily influenced by the changing sea levels. During ice ages, the sea level dropped, exposing the limestone formations to the air and allowing rivers to carve deep valleys. When the ice melted and the sea returned, it flooded these valleys, creating the intricate network of channels and islets that define the bay. This constant cycle of submersion and exposure is what gives Ha Long its unique Phung Cong and Phenglin karst landscapes, a feature so outstanding that it earned its UNESCO World Heritage status. It's a powerful reminder that the world we see is always in motion, constantly being shaped and reshaped by forces beyond our control. Venturing into these caves requires a spirit of adventure. You might be kayaking through a low-ceilinged tunnel, your paddle echoing in the darkness, only to emerge into a hidden, sunlit lagoon, or hong, completely enclosed by cliffs. These secret lagoons are like self-contained ecosystems, tranquil and untouched. This is where you truly feel like an explorer, discovering a world that feels completely cut off from the outside. The bay's geology isn't just a backdrop, it's an interactive playground, a natural assault course that rewards resourcefulness and a thirst for discovery with sights of unimaginable beauty. In an environment as dramatic as Ha Long Bay, life has to be tough and adaptable to survive. The biodiversity here is incredible, a rich tapestry of flora and fauna that has made this challenging landscape its home. The islands, though appearing as barren rock from a distance, are covered in thick tropical forests. You'll find over 1,000 species of plants, many of which are endemic, meaning they grow here and nowhere else on Earth. These plants cling to sheer cliffs, their roots digging into tiny crevices, drawing nutrients from the rock itself. It's a perfect example of how life will always find a way, even in the harshest conditions. The animal life is just as impressive. The bay is home to dozens of species of birds, mammals, and reptiles. If you're quiet and patient, you might spot macaques playing on the cliffs or a majestic sea eagle circling high above, hunting for fish. The most elusive resident is the cat balangur, one of the rarest primates in the world. These golden-headed langurs are critically endangered, with only a small population surviving on the isolated islands of the Katba archipelago, which is part of the greater Ha Long Bay area. Finding signs of these creatures, a footprint, a half-eaten fruit, is a reminder of the fragile balance of this unique ecosystem. Beneath the emerald surface of the water lies another world, teeming with life. The bay supports a complex marine ecosystem with extensive coral reefs and seagrass beds. These underwater gardens are nurseries for over 500 species of fish and countless other marine creatures, including mollusks, crustaceans, and seahorses. For the local fishing communities, this underwater world has been a source of sustenance for generations. However, this delicate environment is under threat from pollution and overfishing, making its protection more critical than ever. The health of the reefs is a direct indicator of the health of the entire bay. The true genius of this ecosystem is how everything is interconnected. The mangrove forests that line some of the shores act as a natural barrier, protecting the coastline from erosion, while providing a critical habitat for young fish and crabs. The limestone karsts create sheltered waters, allowing coral reefs to thrive. The biodiversity isn't just a collection of different species, it's a complex, self-sustaining system where every plant and animal plays a vital role. To survive here, you have to understand these connections, to respect the intricate web of life that makes Ha Long Bay not just a beautiful place, but a living, breathing wilderness. For thousands of years, humans have been a part of Ha Long Bay's story. Archaeological evidence shows that prehistoric people lived in these caves, surviving on the rich marine resources the bay provided. Today, that human connection continues with the floating fishing villages. Generations of families have lived their entire lives on the water, building homes on floating platforms and creating tight-knit communities. These resilient people possess an incredible knowledge of the bay, understanding its currents, its weather patterns, and its secrets. Their culture is a masterclass in adaptation, a testament to surviving and thriving in a world that is constantly in motion. For the modern adventurer, Ha Long Bay is a world-class playground. The most popular way to experience it is on an overnight cruise, which allows you to wake up to the breathtaking sight of limestone peaks emerging from the morning mist. But for a real hands-on experience, you have to get in a kayak. Paddling your own vessel gives you the freedom to explore at your own pace, to navigate through low-hanging caves and discover those hidden lagoons that the larger boats can't reach. Rock climbing is another option for the truly daring, offering a vertical ascent up the limestone cliffs for an unparalleled view of the bay. But with this popularity comes great responsibility. Ha Long Bay faces significant environmental challenges. The sheer volume of tourism puts a strain on its delicate ecosystem. Pollution from boats, plastic waste, and wastewater from nearby towns threaten the water quality and the fragile marine life. Overfishing and unsustainable tourism practices have damaged coral reefs and disrupted the natural balance. This incredible wilderness, which has survived for millions of years, now faces its greatest threat from human activity. Its survival is no longer guaranteed. It requires a conscious effort from all of us. Fortunately, there is a growing movement to protect this natural wonder. The Vietnamese government, along with international organizations, has implemented conservation programs to manage tourism, reduce pollution, and protect the biodiversity. These efforts include regulating the number of cruise boats, promoting responsible tourism practices like no plastic policies, and establishing protected marine zones. The future of Ha Long Bay depends on this delicate balance between sharing its beauty with the world and preserving it for generations to come. It's a fight for survival, and just like in the wild, it requires respect, knowledge, and a commitment to protecting what is truly irreplaceable.